Well, hi everyone. Hey, welcome to My Garage Rules tonight. Well, we've come here to a beautiful part of the world, and I'm not going to tell you where it is because this is absolute magic out here. But we've got young Dave. How are you, Dave?
Hi, Brentyn. How are you?
Good, mate. Look, the reason we've come out here, this is a special little treat today because Dave makes guitars, but not your average guitars. He makes them around themes. So you've got like car guitars, and you've got a whole bunch of other guitars that we're going to see today as well. But just tell us a bit, how did this all start? Because we saw something in the hallway. What's that?
Yeah, the first thing I actually made was a wrought iron skeleton bass. Went to the Victor Harbour Rock and Roll Weekend, I think about 2009. In the shop window, as I do as a metal worker, whenever you see something, it's like, I could make that.
Yeah.
Within about 2 or 3 months, I'd made this to scale wrought iron double bass. And that actually got put into one of the show homes. So that led me to wanting to make a faux size bass, and made the faux size aluminium bass. And then while I stopped there, let's try and make a guitar. And I went from that.
Wow, it's crazy, and because that was the first thing we noticed when we walked in this beautiful house of yours. It's amazing, and the work and it's very intricate if you go to see it. But look, we've got to just explain a little bit about some of these guitars that we're seeing now. So we've got a Cadillac guitar, we've got a Mercury guitar. There's been so many.
Yeah, when I started making them, it was like my choice. There was the Holden, and then there was the 57 Chevy, and the Cadillac, and then an FJ Holden, FB Holden, because I had time to sort of make them for shows. And they've sort of gone by the way, so it's like, well, as I work full time as well, it's finding the time to be able to sort of come up with all these creative ideas. So now I kind of, if I've got time, I'll make something out of the ordinary, like the Ford Mercury.
Now that is amazing, folks, and the lights work as well.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool, and they look so much like the cars. Now you did a touring car one as well, is that right? The supercars?
Yes.
Super V8s.
Yeah, there was a the VF Commodore, the Craig Lowndes.
Yeah,
the VF Commodore that I made. A friend of mine saw my guitars, and I said I'd love to make one of them, as I do. Within a week, he'd ordered this guitar, and I had the little number plate set into it, and it was the red VF Commodore. So then I actually sent the pictures to the Craig Lowndes team.
Oh wow!
Then the manager come back and said Craig would be happy to have one of them. I said, oh really?
Crazy, isn't it?
I said, well, I'm asking for your permission to actually do the V8 one. I want to do the red bar. I said, there's a lot of sponsorship involved. Are we okay? Yes, it's fine. You can make one.
Yeah.
And that was it. Yeah. So that.
Yeah, getting in your little front room there was a bike, like a BMX bike, bright yellow. Tell us a little bit about that, because I don't know much about BMX bikes, but it is really special, this thing.
Yeah, the EF Performer. Back in the 80s, we were all into the BMX scene, and there was a guy from California by the name of Eddie Fiola, and he was the king of the skate parks back then.
He's got a cool name.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, if you all remember the film Rad, he was the star of that film.
Oh, okay.
And he's done a lot of stunt doubles. He's doing stunt doubles now for Tom Cruise and all. He did something in the UK for Robbie Williams, and
so he's really short.
Oh yeah. Oh, oops. But anyway,
sorry, Tom.
He was coming to Adelaide for the Radelaide BMX at Regency, and there was for Alzheimer's. They were raising money, so it was a good cause. Again, the creative juices started flowing, and I thought, well, I'm into the BMX. Let's ask him if it's okay. I'll make this guitar as a tribute when he comes over. He can see it, see what he thinks. When he saw it, I said, you're not having that guitar. By the end of the weekend, he came up and he said to me, like, I'm going to do a deal with you. He said, I'm coming back next year. I'll give you a year to make a guitar, and I'll give you my bike. So he's not even saying bike, and I'm shaking his hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it. That's actually his bike. It's been all around the world. He designed that bike.
And that's why it's in the glass cabinet. It's a special thing, isn't it?
And the original guitar's there, so we presented him with the guitar last year. So his was actually better because now I've got into the engraving side of things. I actually engraved all the badges on there, and it just looked incredible.
So just tell us a little bit about your setup at the back there as well. Now, we've known each other for a while now, and I knew when you first got that the CNC machine and how excited you were, and you had to learn how to use it and everything. You're self-taught, really, aren't you?
Yeah, I bought that off a friend, the actual router, which he's pretty clever. He builds all sorts of things, and he built this CNC router. So obviously, when you build something with your Chinese...
Sorry, that's router, by the way, just in case. Anyway, sorry, get back to the CNC, mate.
What was the question? Oh, yeah. So my friend Dean, who makes things, he made this CNC router, and the thing is, when you custom build something like that, the parts, there is no instruction manuals.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, he built the machine, I bought the machine off him, and I said, how do I do this? He said, I really don't know.
Yeah.
So I few YouTube clips and got to use that.
Crazy.
And
And
then-
you're even doing wood ones now, I see too.
yeah,
That's-
yeah. So
it's crazy.
this machine sat there for a while trying to get the programming right,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I sort of lost a bit of interest with it. So I picked up an engraving machine.
So, that's amazing. That's pretty incredible. So, look, apparently you got a special guest here today.
Yeah, well, usually whenever I make my guitars, I go and see my good friend, and I give him the guitars, and he never ceases to amaze me what he can do on a guitar. So
Yeah.
yes, Chris Finnen is here today.
Oh, let's get him in.
Oh yes.
All right, awesome. Well, I had to put my glasses on because that was really cool. Chris, nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you
Jeez, thanks
too.
for coming to see Dave today and playing his guitars. They're amazing. How long have you been playing the guitar for? And don't say 40 seconds.
No, just a little over 50 years.
50 years. Oh my God. So, what is your style? What would you call it?
Well, blues is probably my main, what I'm most known for, but I'm also very interested in Indian music, reggae, African music, folk music. I've always enjoyed most kinds of music from when I grew up, but blues is my bread and butter, and the other stuff is just my interests.
It sounded fantastic, especially on the guitars too. They sounded really good. So, what do you think of his guitars?
Oh, they're unique, and nobody else builds guitars like Dave. He puts so much work into them. They're not a guitar that's come off a production line in a factory. They're not only does he put a lot of work into them, but if you want them adjusted or altered, which you sometimes need to have done, then he's quite open to just making those changes.
And what was it like playing the Mercury guitar?
Well, I've never played it before until today,
Oh,
and about 5 minutes before you recorded it.
Yeah.
So it was. I was getting used to it. As I
That was your
going
first
along.
time.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I hadn't seen the guitar until I got here today.
And the amazing thing is that Dave doesn't play guitar.
No, but he loves music, and of course he does a lot of stuff as a DJ.
Chris, thank you for taking the time out to see us today, and we've had some lovely pizza and a quick little chat here. Well, folks, there you go. So, great guitars, unbelievable. Dave's in the background. He's all chuffed up about you here as well. So, all right, thanks very much, guys. Back to you. Thank you. Well, thanks, mate. That was awesome. Hi everyone. Hey, wasn't tonight's episode really good? Look, join us next time for my garage rules. I'm going back to making my cocktail. Just running out of soda, I think. My Garage Rules is brought to you by U-Bullet, Auto Transformers, DreamWorks Garage, Tough Mounts, Outlaw Speed Shop, Black Canvas Photographers, SA Suspension Repairs, Mobile Auto Care, and Jeff's Garage.